My name is Justin Abate, and I'm a teacher. However, I have to take the teacher hat off for a moment. I just want to say that nothing is more empowering as a history teacher than seeing a large group of people civically engaged and just ready to march and do what they need to do. I'd like to take a moment and introduce a member of a Board of Education, because at the end of the day, our school safety depend on our teachers, our students, and our administrators, and our Board of Education members. So here today is a Board of Ed member named Amy Hassa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Amy.
I know it's time to march, and I am so appreciative of so many people being here. And thank you guys for your respect while I take a few moments and thank all of the organizers and all of you that are here today. My name is Amy Hassa. I am a social worker, and I am also the Vice President of Hamilton Township School Board in Atlantic County. I'm also a Girl Scout leader, and I am a mom. I am honored to be here to speak with you today. I am here today as an individual, as I cannot speak on behalf of my board. I ran for school board due to my passion for improving mental health in a community and decreasing mental health stigma. Our district and community was losing children to suicide, and I knew that I could not sit idly by and allow for one more empty seat that was not talked about other than by students on a playground. Our district made it a top priority to put forth a mental health initiative to help support social and emotional learning in the classroom, as well as create a safety net for students in crisis. However, the truth is, even our most well-adjusted students are in a crisis that adults cannot understand. Things were different when I was young. The world felt safer, and it was easy to leave my bullies behind me when the weekend came. Even seemingly safe in their rooms, students today face harassment in social media and anonymous apps that we adults cannot fully grasp. Even worse, these young people live with the fear that at any moment a more severe threat can be posed in their schools. They are constantly reminded of this threat as class is reinforced, resource officers are hired, panic buttons are installed, and drills are completed. They are reminded of this threat with each report of another school shooting. They are reminded of this threat each time politicians make decisions that do not have their interests at heart. When my daughter was in 2nd grade, I sent her to school on pajama day. She had fuzzy pajamas and light-up slippers. And it was on this day that there was the belief that there was a gun in that school. My daughter now remembers 5 years later hiding in a bathroom for 2 hours while her teacher held a mop and a broom against the bathroom door, shielding students with her body. My daughter remembers being asked to take off those slippers so the glowing light did not alert a gunman to her location. My daughter remembers her teacher not opening the door even when someone outside of it was claiming to be a police officer until a badge came under the door and it was confirmed. There are many things my daughter does not remember from 2nd grade, but this is one thing she will never forget. We are blessed there was no threat that day. However, that is not the reality for so many students across our nation. As a board member, I am aware that every day there is not enough money in the budget to truly recognize the time, effort, and energy that teachers provide to our children. There is not enough money in the budget to get social workers, counselors, and behaviorists that would help a student reach their full potential. There is not enough money in the budget to provide activities that would engage all students and help them feel as if they had a true connection to their environment. How is there now enough money in the budget to arm and train teachers? How is there now enough money to add guns to our school when there are not millions of dollars to feed, enrich, support, and educate our children? Why do districts have to beg for state aid and raise taxes in their communities that are already #1 in foreclosures in the country? Why are we reacting to crisis when we can arm our schools with social workers and counselors and create a climate and culture in which students are not in crisis? Why are we filling our halls with armed guards that will respond after a terrorizing circumstance has happened, but not keep students safe? These are questions that I, as a board member, cannot begin to answer. Even more frustrating is with all of these policy changes, we are always hearing of new and more terrifying options to look at. I received information from a teacher in North Jersey that there is now a new process called ALICE. In these new forms of lockdown drills, teachers are given autonomy to attempt to rescue, hide, or fight alongside children. Is this our new reality?
No.
Our generation is fighting amongst ourselves to figure out what is best for a new generation facing new and terrifying hardships. I know that the fears of my mother are not the same as my daughter's mother. I know that every time I walk into a restaurant or government office or school, that I think, what would my plan be if there was a shooter? I know that I have to have conversations with my children about what to do if their life was in peril. We need the youth of today to continue to be the leaders of tomorrow. I know I believe that the Second Amendment is being grossly misinterpreted. I know that I do not understand why weapons that are meant for the military are allowed to be used in the general public. How these weapons are easily changed into automatic weapons. I look at my children every day and pray that they have a long and amazing life, and my heart hurts for all the parents that will never see that happen. Today is a call to action, a day when we say that we have had enough death. We have lost enough children. We have seen enough carnage. We have lived enough fear, and we have had enough thoughts and prayers. Today is a day we talk about change. Today's march is only the beginning. The true march will be in November, when you march to the voting booths and send a message to our government through your votes. Together we can fight for change. Thank you for your commitment to our children's safety.